when people hear the name Diego Maradona. They immediately think about football greatness, unforgettable goals, wild celebrations, and a personality larger than life itself. For millions of fans around the world, Maradona was not just a football player. He was an emotion. He was passion, energy, confidence, and pure talent. But outside the football stadiums, Diego Maradona also had another side that fans always found interesting: his love for food. Just like his playing style, Maradona's relationship with food was full of personality. He loved rich flavors, traditional meals, family-style cooking, and foods connected to his roots in Argentina. Unlike athletes today who often follow extremely strict meal plans all year long, Maradona came from a different football generation where food was more about comfort, culture, and enjoyment. One of Diego Maradona's favorite foods was grilled meat, especially the famous Argentine asado. In Argentina, asado is more than just food. It is a tradition. Families and friends gather together around grilled meat, enjoying long conversations, laughter, and good moments. Maradona loved these experiences because they reminded him of home and his childhood. Argentine steak was always one of his top favorite dishes. Thick cuts of beef cooked slowly over fire became a regular part of his life. Argentina is famous for having some of the best beef in the world, and Maradona proudly enjoyed it throughout his life. Whether he was relaxing with family or celebrating with teammates, grilled meat often became the center of the table. Another food Maradona enjoyed was pasta. During his football career, pasta was common among players because it provided carbohydrates and energy before matches. Maradona especially enjoyed classic Italian-style pasta dishes during his years playing in Naples with SSC Napoli. His connection with Naples became legendary, and so did his connection with Italian food. Pizza, pasta, and rich Mediterranean dishes became part of his lifestyle while living in Italy. Fans in Naples treated Maradona like a king, and he fully embraced the local culture and food traditions. Pizza became another famous favorite of Diego Maradona. He loved simple but flavorful pizzas with plenty of cheese, tomato sauce, and traditional toppings. In Naples, pizza is almost sacred, and Maradona quickly became attached to authentic Neapolitan pizza during his football years there. Maradona also loved empanadas, one of Argentina's most popular foods. Empanadas are stuffed pastries filled with meat, cheese, or vegetables, and they are common in Argentine homes. They are simple, comforting, and packed with flavor. Maradona often spoke proudly about traditional Argentine foods, and empanadas were always part of that conversation. Despite being one of the greatest footballers ever, Maradona always seemed connected to normal, everyday foods. Fans loved this because it made him feel relatable. He was a global superstar, but his favorite meals often felt like something families around the world could also enjoy at home. Another thing Maradona enjoyed was desserts and sweet foods. Argentine desserts are famous for being rich and delicious, especially anything made with dulce de leche. Dulce de leche is a sweet caramel-like spread popular across South America. It appears in cakes, pastries, cookies, and ice cream. Maradona had a strong sweet tooth and enjoyed desserts throughout his life. Ice cream was another treat he loved. During his years in Italy and Argentina, he often enjoyed creamy desserts and sweet snacks after meals. Unlike modern athletes who avoid sugar completely, Maradona belonged to a football era where balance was not always the main focus. However, food also became a challenge in parts of his life. Maradona struggled with weight at different times, especially after retiring from football. Without the intense daily training of professional football, maintaining fitness became harder for him. Fans often noticed changes in his appearance over the years. Still, Maradona's love for food never disappeared. For him, eating was connected to happiness, culture, memories, and family traditions. Food was emotional, not just nutritional. During his football career, nutrition in sports was very different compared to today. Modern footballers often follow carefully designed meal plans with nutritionists, chefs, and performance experts guiding every meal. But during Maradona's era, football players had much more freedom with their diets. Even so, Maradona understood the importance of energy and strength before big matches. Pasta, meat, Vegetables and carbohydrates helped fuel his performances during games. Football required huge stamina, and players needed enough calories to handle training and competition. One thing fans admired about Maradona was how authentic he remained. He never pretended to be perfect. He openly enjoyed food, family meals, celebrations, and comfort dishes. That honesty made people connect with him even more deeply. Seafood also became part of his diet during his time in southern Italy. Naples is famous for fresh seafood dishes, and Maradona enjoyed many local specialties there. Fish, shrimp, pasta with seafood, and Mediterranean flavors became familiar to him during his Italian years. Maradona also loved social eating. Meals were rarely just about food, they were about people. Friends, teammates, family members, and celebrations often surrounded him during dinner tables and gatherings. Argentine barbecue culture fit his personality perfectly because it combined passion, conversation, and strong flavors. Maradona loved environments where people laughed, talked loudly, and shared meals together. Coffee was another thing he enjoyed regularly. Like many people in Argentina and Italy, coffee became part of his daily routine. Whether relaxing at home or spending time with friends, coffee often appeared during conversations and social moments. As one of football's biggest legends, Maradona traveled around the world and experienced many different cuisines. Still, he always stayed connected to the foods that reminded him of home. Argentine meat, empanadas, pasta, pizza, and traditional comfort meals remained closest to his heart. During celebrations and parties, Maradona also enjoyed richer foods and festive meals. Big football victories often included large dinners, desserts, grilled meats, and traditional dishes shared with teammates and loved ones. Fans also remember how emotional Maradona could become when speaking about Argentina. Food played a role in that emotional connection because meals reminded him of family traditions, childhood memories, and his roots. Unlike many celebrities who carefully hide their eating habits, Maradona lived openly. He enjoyed food publicly, celebrated meals, and never tried to act overly strict or robotic. That honesty became part of his charm. Another important part of Maradona's food story was how football culture itself changed over time. In today's game, players focus heavily on lean proteins, recovery shakes, hydration tracking, and calorie counting. Maradona came from an older football generation where talent and personality often mattered more than perfect meal plans. Still, despite not following modern nutrition systems, Maradona achieved greatness that very few athletes will ever reach. His incredible balance, skill, creativity, and confidence made him one of the most unforgettable football players in history. Many fans also connect Maradona with celebration meals after important matches. Victories often meant food, laughter, and emotional moments shared with teammates. Football and food became deeply connected parts of his life. Italian food especially became linked to his identity because of his legendary years in Naples. The city adored him, and he embraced the culture completely. Pizza shops, pasta restaurants, and local dishes became regular parts of his daily life. Maradona's love for steak also reflected Argentine culture itself. In Argentina, beef is not just food. It is part of national identity. Grilled meat, cooked slowly and shared socially, represents tradition and pride. Another thing that made Maradona unique was his ability to enjoy life fully. Whether it was football, family, music, celebrations, or food, he lived with emotion and intensity. Fans could feel that energy in everything he did. Even today, restaurants in Argentina and Naples sometimes honor Maradona with dishes, decorations, or photos celebrating his connection to local food culture. His influence went beyond sports and became part of everyday life for millions of people. One reason people still enjoy learning about Diego Maradona's favorite foods is because it reveals the human side behind the football icon. Fans already know the goals, trophies, and legendary moments. But learning about his favorite meals makes him feel more real and relatable. From grilled Argentine steak to authentic Italian pizza, from empanadas to pasta dishes, Maradona's food choices reflected his personality, perfectly passionate, comforting, emotional, and unforgettable. Even though he became one of the most famous athletes on earth, he never lost his connection to simple pleasures. A good meal with family and friends always mattered to him. Food also represented comfort during difficult moments in his life. Like many people, Maradona found emotional connection through traditional meals and familiar tastes. These foods reminded him of home, love, and belonging. As football evolved into a more scientific sport, Maradona remained remembered as a symbol of raw talent and natural charisma. His relationship with food matched that image perfectly. He was never overly polished or controlled. He lived openly and passionately. Fans across generations continue to admire him not only because of his football skills, but because of how human he felt. His love for comfort foods, celebrations, and traditional meals made him relatable despite his superstar status. Even today, when people talk about Diego Maradona, they often mention both football and culture together. And food became part of that cultural identity. Whether he was eating Argentine barbecue, enjoying pizza in Naples, sharing empanadas with friends, or relaxing with dessert after dinner, Maradona always seemed fully present in the moment. He enjoyed life deeply, and fans could feel that energy. At the end of the day, Diego Maradona's favorite foods tell the story of a man who stayed connected to his roots no matter how famous he became. His meals reflected comfort, tradition, passion, and joy, the same qualities that made him one of football's most beloved legends. From steak and pasta to pizza and sweet desserts, his food choices were simple but full of personality. And just like his unforgettable football career, the memories connected to those meals continue to live on in the hearts of fans around the world.